Earlier this summer, PingCAP and Microsoft announced an expanded partnership to accelerate the adoption of modern data infrastructure on our Azure cloud. And so we're thrilled to be here to talk about that partnership. It really brings together TiDB's expertise managing large data sets and Microsoft's global cloud footprint. And so for those of you in the room that use Azure, we've got some exciting announcements about what's available with TiDB through our Azure Marketplace, or through our new Microsoft Marketplace. As Max said, I'm Greg Goldkamp. I've been working with several members of the PingCAP team on this partnership over the last 12 months. I'm excited to talk about how it fits into our adoption of AI personally and how we think about this for customers around the world. And then I'm going to invite Richin to join me and talk about the work we're doing between PingCAP's team and our Fabric team to integrate this offering with Fabric. And so with that, let me go ahead and talk about kind of this interesting evolution that we're seeing. You know, we've done surveys with a lot of our customers, and what we found through this survey of tens of thousands of customers, those that are adopting AI more quickly are seeing accelerated growth and are seeing accelerated success. We've been talking about this in this moniker of the frontier firm. These firms are really on the leading edge of AI adoption, and what makes all of this successful for these frontier firms is to build it on top of these large data sets, bringing AI to life with these significant sets of data. And so the data is one piece. What we've talked a lot about is how it fits into a success framework, to the business outcomes. And interestingly, on the business outcomes side, we've got an AI tour going on around the world right now. It's in Chicago today. It was in Toronto last week. It'll be going on around the world. This slide here is one of the most photographed slides from our AI tour, because it's all about really lighting up these areas of success around enriching employee experiences, around reinventing customer engagement, about how do we reshape business processes, and how do we bend the curve on innovation. And so the work that many of you do today to bring data, structured data, to fuel these conversations is something that we spend a lot of time talking with enterprise customers about this around the world. And we go through our own experience on this as Microsoft. And so our leadership team made a decision to invest in GPUs ourselves over a year ago to run our company, to run our businesses. And when we look at our sales organizations, we really measure and evaluate how well we're delivering on this model here. So when it comes to enriching employee experiences, you know, we measured our sales teams. And what we find is that those that are on the leading edge of AI adoption, leveraging our Copilot solutions, they have 23% faster close rates and 9% more revenue per head. And so we're putting that data to use to measure our adoption. When it comes to reinventing customer engagement, you know, we have millions of support incidents going on every year across our suite of products, from consumer products to our highest end enterprise products. We have thousands of support engineers working with our customers, bringing AI to that equation to do a better job searching and retrieving our knowledge base articles, to do a better job writing and summarizing those knowledge base articles. We've managed to save $500 million in that process as Microsoft. And in that savings, we've seen increased customer satisfaction, and we've seen increased employee satisfaction. So it's not just the cost savings. We measure where the satisfaction comes. And maybe one last piece I'll mention here on bending the curve on innovation. Today we see that 35% of our code is written by AI. That's more code in the last 12 months than we had in the prior 3 years. And so we are really driving and measuring this adoption of AI based on these massive data sets enabled by great solutions like TiDB. And so that's the business side of it. I want to talk about, for those of you in the room that are using TiDB or considering using TiDB, how we make it available to you through our partnership. Last month, we announced the Microsoft Marketplace, which is a coming together of our business solutions and our technology solutions into one common marketplace. As part of this announcement, we see 6 million monthly active users coming to the Microsoft Marketplace, and it's a place where you can see, try, and buy solutions with one click. We announced through this partnership, or earlier this year, TiDB is now a fully managed service offering through our marketplace. It's available in North America and available across Asia. We've got customers actively using it. We have a retailer in Japan with over 3,000 shops between Microsoft and PingCAP that has launched this TiDB solution through our marketplace. They were able to take this multi-shard MySQL database, combine it into one cluster, leveraging TiDB. And with that, they saw reduced overhead, they saw increased performance, and so it's real that it's available. And the last piece I want to touch on here is the integration is so deep that for those of you in the room using Microsoft Azure or considering Microsoft Azure, you can use your Azure committed dollars to buy TiDB. And so that's the level of partnership. So for those of you looking for budgets across your organization, one of the places you find them is with procurement. Do we have an Azure commitment, and can we use that commitment to go and buy this TiDB managed service? And the answer is yes. That's what we announced earlier this year. So we're really thrilled about this partnership. And with that, now I want to talk about the engineering side and the engineering work with Richin and Jain that we're doing with our Fabric team. So Richin, come on up and over to you.
Thanks. Can you hear me? OK. Thanks, Greg. Hello, everyone. So what we just saw is TiDB is now available in Microsoft Marketplace, making it easier for our customers to get started. This is a significant milestone, right? What we also hear from enterprises is they want these services to be part of a broader governed data foundation that unifies everything across analytics and AI. That's where Microsoft Fabric comes in. So now, with just a show of hand, how many of you here have heard of Fabric or are using Fabric? OK, that's not surprising because Fabric is Microsoft's fastest growing data product. In less than 2 years, we have grown over 25,000 customers, and more than 70% of Fortune 500 are already using it in production. So this just shows how organizations view Fabric as the foundation for their analytics and AI strategy. Now, what is Fabric? Fabric is the unified foundation, unified platform for Copilot era. We have different services. You can think of Fabric as Office for data, just as PowerPoint, Word, and Excel come in a single experience. Fabric unifies SQL, NoSQL, graph, vector, and real-time engines in a single experience built on top of one lake. And what makes this powerful, it's not just these services, but the governance, security, and AI that is infused across everything that you do in Fabric. And it doesn't stop at Microsoft. We have opened up the platform so our partners like PingCAP can bring their unique innovations within Fabric and provide customer more choices. So let's start looking at different pieces of Fabric. Let's start with one of the most important piece, Data Factory, that allows you to get your data into Fabric. Because before you can build AI or analyze your data, you need a secure and reliable way to get your data in from wherever it lives. And Data Factory provides exactly that with over 200+ connectors that spans over different clouds, on-prem systems, CRMs. It also provides both pro-code and low-code options for you to author these pipelines, these transformation, and orchestrate them at scale. Now, once your data starts flowing in through the pipeline, the next question becomes, how do you analyze it? And that's where analytics in Fabric comes in. So whether it's big data use case using Spark for your AI and ML scenarios, or using building scalable warehousing for your BI reporting needs, or just using notebooks for collaborative data science, analytics in Fabric provides you one stop for all your analytics jobs. But analytics is not just about looking at historical data. Increasingly, customers want to act on events the moment they happen. Right? That's where real-time intelligence comes in. With real-time hub and event house, you can bring in IoT streams, sensor data, transaction, app telemetry, and query it instantly. And Activator lets you trigger actions in response to those events and kick off downstream workflows. So this enables real-world use cases like supply chain optimization, fraud detection, and personalization. Now, whether the data is coming in through your pipelines, real-time engines, or you're writing it through your analytics, where does it all live? And that's the job of OneLake, the foundation of Fabric. Think of OneLake as one drive for your enterprise data, a single governed unified copy that is accessible to all Fabric engines without any duplication. OneLake works across clouds, across on-prem systems, and it also works with our partners like Snowflake and Databricks. And because there's only one copy of data, everything is secured using one security, and every Fabric engine just understands it. And through our deep partnership with Microsoft Purview, governance is built right in. OneLake is also open, so we support open table formats, Delta Lake, and Iceberg. And once the data lands into OneLake, it is not just accessible by Fabric, but by broader Microsoft ecosystem, like M365, Copilot Studio, and AI Foundry. Now, I want to talk about one of the most interesting innovations on top of OneLake, open mirroring. This is basically a way for you to replicate your operational database directly into Fabric without any lift and shift. So how that works is changes from your source database flows directly in a landing zone in Fabric, and Fabric takes care of it from that point onwards, automatically converting it into open table formats. The nice thing about mirroring is it's free. So all the compute for this translation from CSV to CSV JSON to these open table formats is part of the platform, and storage for this data is also free up to a certain tier. There are some native connectors that come out of the box with the service, but our partners are constantly adding more and more connectors. And one such integration I'm really excited to talk about is our partnership with PingCAP team, where if you are running TiDB in any cloud today, well, this is coming soon. So soon you'll be able to, if you're running TiDB anywhere, you will be able to mirror that into Fabric. So you can actually go from your operational data to AI and analytics data, without much effort. So now let's take a step back and really look at what makes Fabric a platform and not just a collection of services. Because on the top, you see here there are different engines. Each of them is optimized for a specific phase of the data lifecycle, from ingestion to transformation to visualization. But what sits underneath is what makes it powerful. Each of these services is built on top of a common set of platform services. So things like shared workspaces, which allows for consistent collaboration across users in an organization, a common capacity model. So all of these engines are drawing from a same pool of resources. That basically simplifies billing, your total cost of ownership, and allows for seamless scale. With one security, permissions are unified across all the workloads. You just secure it once, and every engine adheres to it. With monitoring hub and Entra authentication, building and managing solutions becomes easier. And of course, OneLake that ties everything together. So what we have also done is through our partner integration, we have opened up the platform so our partners can build on top of the same foundation. So all the APIs, SDK, and the governance layer that is part of Fabric that you see here, our partners can leverage that. So this makes Fabric an extensible ecosystem where both Microsoft core capabilities and partner innovations can live side by side. And this openness has created tremendous momentum across our partners. So these are some of the workloads that are available today where partners are extending Fabric's core capabilities. The benefit for customers is choice, because they can now bring in these partner unique capabilities while still maintaining consistent governance, security, and AI capabilities of Fabric. So this combination of Microsoft's own capabilities and partner innovation is what truly differentiates Fabric as a platform. And we would really love to see PingCAP logo in there soon. So to recap, Fabric and OneLake provides you a unified, secure data foundation for analytics and AI. And I'm really excited for our partnership with PingCAP and all the across both Azure and Fabric, and all the use cases this will unlock for our joint customers. Thank you.